Wireless CarPlay in your car? Is it possible? Yes, with one of these.
This is the CarLink Kit CPC 200 UTW Plus. It cost me £65, but apparently if your car already has wired CarPlay for iPhones, this will allow you to run them wirelessly in your car. I will also try this in another car that I've got that has got wired CarPlay and to see if it works in that, and then we know it should probably work in any car, but we'll get to that later. So if you're regular to the channel, you probably remember that in my Audi I fitted a CarPlay unit to allow me to use my iPhone wirelessly in that car, which absolutely worked perfectly. If you didn't, then check down below, I'll put a link to that video. Go watch that video because that was quite interesting. Well, this time I want to do the same with my Mustang, but the Mustang with the Sync 3 head unit already has CarPlay installed. What I want is for this to be wireless, so when I get in the car I don't have to take the phone out of my pocket and it all comes up on the screen and just works seamlessly as it does now in my Audi. So it comes in some really nice packaging, so let's open up and see what we've got inside. And there we go, user manual. So it's in Chinese on one side and yeah, English on the other, so that's good. And this is the unit itself, which is absolutely beautiful. It's got a carbon fibre effect on it, but it looks really, really nice. So yeah, happy with that. And you also get a couple of cables in here, which is USB-C to standard USB and USB-C to USB-C. So let's put some power to the unit. I've got a USB-C cable here, so let's plug it in and see what happens. So I've got a red light on, so I'm assuming it's powered up now. So what this manual actually says here is that you may need to look and do an update. So to do an update, you can actually connect to this unit over Wi-Fi. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my phone and we're going to see if we can connect to it. It tells you here that you just need to open a web browser and go to 192.168.50.2. Okay, so here's my phone. So first thing we need to do is we need to go to the Wi-Fi. So it's come up with Autobox 582F, so I'm going to do that. Now password, it doesn't mention anything about the password in here, but I'm just, let's try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Join. Well, that seemed to work, so that's good. So we need to get a tick in there and then we know we're good. Yep, we have. So we're now connected to it. So now what we need to do is we need to go to a web browser and go to 192.168.50.2. And that should allow us, and there we go. We're now connected to the unit. And this now is saying that there's an update available. So let's click on the update. Alright, so it says it's finished the update now, and I think this is reboot. There we go, it's rebooted now, so it's back on. So, oh, but if you're noticing that there, I have already been into this software and entered that anyway. So I've just told it what my car info is. So yours will be all empty there when you get it. So yeah, so that is now ready. So let's take it out to the car and see how it performs. For those who don't know what CarPlay is, when you take your iPhone and you plug it into your Sync 3 system here on my Ford, it will jump into CarPlay and you can use your onboard music, certain apps, etc. But you can also use the maps as well. That's one of the biggest things, because obviously the maps on your phone are totally up to date, whereas the maps on the unit need updating regularly. So it should all be touchscreen like it is there. And of course you can use Siri whilst you're driving. Hey Siri, navigate home.
Getting directions to home.
And not only that, you can use other apps. So for instance, if you into podcasts, or radio, heart radio. Obviously you've got radio on here, but you can have heart radio. You can do Zoom calls on here, look, Skype. There's WhatsApp, you can get your WhatsApp messages on here. And you can also have the mapping software of your choice. So this is what I want to use in my car. But the problem is you always have to plug it in. And that is okay in a way, but it will also charge your phone, which is nice. But I always end up leaving my phone in the car when I get to my destination because I've plugged it in, I forgot about it. So I want this to be wireless. So let's unplug this for now, and it should drop back to the standard system. What we now need to do is we're going to take the CarLink kit, going to insert the USB-C into the back of it, and then I'm going to plug this in, but I'm not going to plug it in here, which is going to be in the way. I'm going to plug it into the one under the armrest. So that's this one here. Now I've already got a memory stick in there with all my music on. Well, obviously when I use my iPhone I won't need that, so I'm going to unplug that. So let's just plug this in, and that should power up. Which it has done. So I can leave that in there now. Look at this CarPlay that you use, so I can continue, agree, skip that step, I'm not bothered about that step. Right, so now what I need to do is I now need to actually connect my phone Bluetooth to the CarPlay unit. So let's open up, let's go to settings, Bluetooth. So here we go, there's another device. Use CarPlay. It's come up as Phil's iPhone. Click once connected. Boom! We have wireless CarPlay. So you've got your phone on there. That should have all my contacts, which it does. Music. Should be all my music, which is on there. I should be able to, it's playing now but the volume's turned down. So that's playing nicely. And as I said about the maps, you can have Apple Maps, 2D here, look, 3D. You can have Google Maps. So that is superb. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn this off, get out the car, lock it all up, come back in the car, my phone in my pocket, power it up, see if it all connects again. Okay, so I left the car for a good 15 minutes, so I've come out now, so I'd locked it up, etc. So let's unlock it, let's get in the car, and let's see what the entertainment system does. Boom, there it is. Okay, it took a little bit longer to connect, but it did come up in the end, and yeah, that's fantastic. So that is wireless CarPlay in this car, which is brilliant. So one other thing, I just want to see whether the controls on the here still work. So what's the track over there? If I skip track, yes, it still works. Yes, volume obviously should still work. It does. And also the next one is if I want to alter my heating, then does that still come up on the screen? So if I touch that, yeah, that drops in to my heating system. Ah, right, okay, so now look, you've got an Apple CarPlay button here. So now I can turn on my heated steering wheel, do what I need to do, press the Apple CarPlay, and it'll go straight back to that. So yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. So what happens with that button there? Sound settings. Again, you've got the Apple CarPlay to go back to. Skip the track here, which it does. So yeah, that is superb. I'm well happy with that. So that's proved it in my Mustang. So what I'm going to do is, I've got another car. I've got the Jag XC out there, my partner's car. So I'm going to go take this unit and I'm going to go plug it in to see whether it works in the Jag as well. And then we know it should probably work in any CarPlay enabled car. So we are in the Jag, obviously just prove it there, look, you can see the word of Jag. Okay, so as in the Mustang, first thing I'm going to do is just plug the iPhone in so it's wired and just make sure that CarPlay fires up on the screen. For some reason this wants you to unlock the phone. There we go, so we've got CarPlay and usual stuff, yep, so that's on there. So we know, so I'm allowing that now. So we know CarPlay works wired on here, so let's unplug the phone. And then just like the Mustang, what we're going to do is we're going to plug the CarLink kit into one of the USBs under here. Now let's see what happens. Oh yeah, so remember for this device, just thinking about it. Auto connecting. Connecting. Come on. Boom, there it is. So that's it. So this is just another car with wired CarPlay in the car, and I've now used the CarLink kit to connect wirelessly my iPhone to Apple CarPlay within this Jag. So I think this will work in any car that has got wired CarPlay in it. So that's it. What an absolutely brilliant little bit of kit that is. So that's the CarLink kit. I'll put a link below where you can buy one of these. As I say, this was about £65. You may be able to get these cheaper, but make sure you get this model if you want it to do everything that I've just done in there. So if you enjoyed that video, want to go ahead and watch this one.